Hey guys, welcome back to Corey's Whitetail Woods. Here with my friend Chad, who I met over at Cause, which is like a kids outdoor program, and we teach him, or the leaders teach him how to like fish, hunt, prey, stuff like that. Stuff like what we're doing right now. So we're coming out to public land, and good spot, lots of land, and I scouted some bedding on the edge of some private land, and we got a good wind for that, so we're gonna give that a try this morning. But first I want to give the scripture today. It's Proverbs 10:17. Whoever heeds instruction is on the path to life, but whoever rejects reproof leads others astray. So it's a good one to think about this morning. All right, we'll see you out in the tree. I'm all set up. Chad is hunting with a bow with his compound. I'm hunting with my muzzleloader. It's muzzleloader season. Got some pretty good hardwoods to my north and some thick bedding covered to my south. And then this little transition area here where I am. Clear. So I feel like it's a good spot. There's private land right over there to the south. Looks like a lot of green grass, and if any of these oaks are dropping, this is a perfect transition point to bed and cover. I just saw a deer. I just saw a deer. Period. It was coming towards me. But its head was hidden behind brush, so I couldn't tell if it was a buck or a doe. Period. I think it's alone, so it might be a buck, and it may be headed your way. Well, I guess that doe ended up coming my way after all. That's awesome. That's my first Virginia public land deer, and with a muzzleloader right here on the edge of public. That was so awesome. I guess I might load it back up. She's still kind of... I'm gonna try to figure out where I hit her. I mean, I should have hit her right in the front end in the shoulder. I think she's done. Yeah, I think she's done. I don't see, oh shoot, maybe not. She's bleeding out the mouth though. I'm gonna watch her for a minute, see if I need to put another one in her. So what, I didn't get any footage of that deer the first time I saw her. She was coming from private, and she started coming over, and then she started going away from me, towards Chad. So I thought that was just the direction she was headed, unless that was a different deer. But I don't think so. It's a good sized doe.
So I'm gonna load my gun back up. She's done for, but might get another shot. You never know. So I've seen where you shoot a gun and there's still deer hanging around. In fact, the first deer my son ever shot, my son Clay, you can see that on the first video I ever made. He killed a deer, and then about 2 minutes later he shot his second deer. So anyway, and those are young deer. Those are like yearlings. But all right, we will see what happens. That is really, really exciting. But I'll be honest, I don't know if I hit her. I mean, I put it right on, right behind the shoulder, and pulled the trigger, so I didn't hear anything run off. And I think the yearling is still over there. So I think she might have just dropped. But I might have to pull out the binoculars to see. I'm so excited. 2 deer on Virginia Public. If I hit the second one. That's awesome. All right, I just got down. I was in that pine tree right there. And I'm just gonna creep over and look at the first deer, and then I'm gonna see if I can see the second deer or see blood or whatever. All right, here's the first one. Man, she's a big one. Good size. Make sure it's not a button or something. Yep. Definitely a doe. That's a big one. Man. I'll have to look in a minute and see where I hit it on the other side. So the other one, the other deer was standing right over here on the other side of this stuff. Well, I hope if I did miss, it was a clean miss. See if I can find some blood. I'm not even sure exactly where she was standing. She was right over here somewhere. All right, I was just checking out this doe to see where I hit it. So she was quartering towards me. So I shot her right there in the front shoulder. Let's flip her over and see where it came out. Honestly, I don't remember which way this deer was facing. I guess she might have been, maybe I actually hit her on this side. Because this is a small hole that looks more like an entry. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess I think I hit her on this side. Almost just at the bottom of the neck, but right in the shoulder. And I guess it came out here. Wow, so that was a little further forward than what I was trying to do. So I might need to sight that gun a little bit, especially since the other deer was only 30 yards and I think I missed it altogether. So I'm gonna skin and quarter this deer out and put it in game bags. But I'm gonna try to be really quiet because Chad is hunting about not even 100 yards to the east. So maybe something will come out over there for him to shoot.
I got it all skinned and quartered up, met up with Chad, and then looked for that other deer that I shot at all through that brush a little bit. Well, never found a drop of blood, so pretty sure I didn't hit it. So that's pretty much it. I guess we'll trek back to the car. All right, that was an awesome hunt. Back at the house, got the deer all quartered up and in the fridge. You probably saw I was quartering it up on the ground over there. I wanted to talk about these. These are awesome. I got these off of Amazon. Game bags. When I went with my cousin Dan to Ohio, we were like a mile and a half in the woods, and he had some game bags, so we just cut up my doe and just quartered it out, skinned it out right on the ground without having to gut it. So that is a really cool process. Sometime, when I have more experience at it and I get better at it, I'll make a video on how to do it. But these are awesome because you can really put enough meat for an entire deer in one of these bags if you don't have a gigantic deer. And these stretch, and there's a drawstring at the top here. So, yep. So here she is. Got my hindquarters, and I got the back straps and the shoulders and everything else in there. So that will come in really handy. I want to give a big shout out to Wally Outdoors. Really cool channel. Wally grew up in Massachusetts and hunted all over New England, and that's close to my heart because that's where I'm from originally. I'm from New Hampshire. So I didn't hunt when I lived there. I lived there as a kid, so I didn't get into hunting until I came to Virginia. But anyway, check out Wally, and he even invites you to ask him questions and send him messages if you have questions about tactics or gear that he uses. So I'm going to put a link for Wally Outdoors in the description. All right, guys, thanks a lot, everyone, for joining me, and we'll see you next time.